In this thread, worst DM you've ever had. I'll start us off with my experience with a certain cretin of a GM. But first, some context I received over the years from other players in the same games. This guy is fat as fuck, like 400 pounds at least. Looks like Tyler won if the heaviest thing he'd lifted was an oversized Toblerone.
Is he the guy with the concave head?
Yeah, I think so.
Or there's memes of him with a concave head?
Yeah. Later discovered he molested children.
What?
Fuck. But the case had to be settled out of court because the mother attacked him. Jesus Christ. Now on to my experience.
Well, that went pretty south pretty quick.
Now on to my experiences. I'll recount the experiences of my fellow players after. Get invited to server. Roll up a half-orc named him Grobar. Don't play very often, but when I do, it's never under the head of the GM. So I can't be sued. We'll refer to him as Charlie. Well, one day I log in to find that in-character relationships have been banned. LOL, what?
Oh, you know fine why it's been banned.
Yeah. Everyone is leaving in drones. Wait, what? There were 3 in-games days until please stop. Eventually forced to leave the server because only level 3 can survive a Tarask.
What? What is this?
What? Find out the final events from another player. Apparently his DM player character wanted to fuck another player's character, but said character was in a relationship with another character. Oh, so that's why I banned him.
Yeah, sounds about right.
If I can't be in a relationship with you, no one can.
Honestly, though, I just think, see that type of environment, that just bleeds the worst of the worst. And finally, you can see it in your mind's eye. Do you like that, do you? Mm-hmm.
Puts in some magical MacGuffin that's supposed to lead to him becoming a god in the form of a ring. Player he wants to fuck finds the ring and brings it to lover. You can't do that. Bans relationships. After everyone leaves, it's him, a mechanical engineer, and a knight left. After the Tarask devastated the town, they journey out to find an orb which turns whomever holds it into a god. Mare reaches for it. Fuck you! Russian player playing mechanic shoots him dead. Takes the orb, becomes forever known to all who have ever played that game as Krieger, the god of guns. At least he had a good sense not to retcon Krieger.
I have no idea where to start with that story. It's all over the place.
Oh, he continues.
Oh, does he? Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Now for the tales of his degeneracy.
What? What do you mean? Did we not already cover this?
Apparently not. He has a not safe for work chat in his server. Every single day he posts one thing. My Little Pony horsecock.
This guy has to be a parody. I refuse to believe people like this are real, but sadly I'm too familiar with the internet at this point.
All there ever was, and ever would be, is horsecock. Somebody posting something good? Horsecock. Someone posted something weird? Horsecock. Wait, I've never said horsecock so much in my entire life.
Wait, is this channel public? Can everyone see it? Or is he the only person that can post on it, but he makes it public? Or maybe he thought it was private?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody posted anything. You know the drill. But he doesn't just like horsecock. He likes dogs.
For fuck's sake, man.
This happened to one of my friends. At a crossroads, in the middle, a massive dog with glowing red eyes. One player approaches. The dog immediately pounces on her. Oh fuck. Dog gets hard. Oh fuck. She immediately gets raped and impregnated.
No.
Sequel to quest. They return to the crossroads again. There's the dog again.
What? You don't go back?
No, don't go back. Why would you go back?
Once someone gets molested by a dog at a crossroads, that crossroads is forever no-go territory, right?
Nudist elf druid who had no common sense and was told not to go down the middle, goes down the middle. She gets raped, impregnated. She complains. No,
you got no leg to complain on. You walking about with your titties out and all that shit. And now, you know exactly what type of player this is. So, they're probably into it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but actually, it's the guise of a god.
Wait, okay. So is this Zeus sort of, he's in disguise as a dog and then he...
Oh, fuck knows.
Right, you know what?
So there's more.
Right.
Remember how he molested children?
Yeah.
The group is on a quest. They're helping some poor peasant woman with something or another. The details are lost to time. When they return, she's nowhere to be found. But the basement is open. Party goes down. They find the mother and her children. Her children are chained up. She isn't. Apparently she's selling their bodies for money. Player shoots her in the fucking face. Charlie gets butt mad and ends the quest right there.
You know, I've got a few theories about this. But Discord, in particular, is fucking trash.
Yeah.
And it does attract the worst people, especially to become moderators.
Yeah.
And the reason why I believe that these people tend to be trash moderators is because it suddenly gives them power over other people.
Yeah.
And they have got very little to no control in their actual lives.
Yeah.
So it's like a supernova almost. It just goes completely straight to their heads.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's came across the Discord moderator that says no memes in general. You know, like, let's be serious. Also, by the way, guys, we got a Discord that doesn't have any moderators at all. It's all self-automated. Just check it out down below. It's good for finding other groups.
Hey guys, do you like models in your tabletop role-playing games? 'Cause we do too. Do you like having big bitty waifus on your table? 'Cause we do too. We got human biddies, we got lizard biddies, we got orc biddies, oni biddies, cat bussies. We've got everything you want at neckbeardia.co.uk.
Check the links down below, it helps us out a lot.
Sorry for interrupting the video, let's get on with the story. Not a very meme-worthy DM, but I hated him. Curse of Strahd with some DM modifications. Asked DM during character gen if he's fine with me making a crossbow expert fighter. He's okay with it. DM decides to give everyone plot vital weapons. Bard gets a flute, wizard gets a wand, etc. I get a short sword. Need ammo. No enemies carry crossbow bolts to loot. All cities...
Come on, you got, like, look, it's Curse of Strahd. Let him play Van Helsing.
Yeah.
He wants to play Van Helsing.
Let him play it.
Let him play Van Helsing.
All cities are beset by zombies. No shops to loot have crossbow bolts. DM won't let me make my own crossbow bolts. Primarily use shitty short sword because I have like 10 bolts left. During campaign, everyone gets a bunch of secret vampire boons, or whatever, and get corrupted. I become a vampire spawn, or whatever. If I drink the blood of a friend, I become a full vampire. Final battle happens. DM gives me inspiration dice for role-playing, and takes it away the same session when I mention it. Finally defeats Strahd, but we need our magical weapons to kill him permanently. At the start of the battle, Strahd mind-controlled part of the party, stole our weapons and tossed most of them over a 300-foot cliff. How the fuck are you meant to kill him then?
Well, we'll find out.
Kill Strahd for good by someone retrieving the weapons or whatever. Finally over. DM reminds me of my plan to betray the party. Oh well, nope, I've got 3 HP left. He makes me. Fuck it, I just want this to end. Attack party member. Next round get knocked out and finished. Campaign finally ends.
I don't know, like, the thing is, like, if campaign finally ends, you're probably better off of just dropping out.
I know.
A lot sooner.
If that's why you're thinking of the campaign.
I mean, and, like, you know, let's be serious. Whenever you're generating a character, whenever you're creating a character, you do have a certain way of, okay, this is the way I really want to play the character, this is what I'm aiming for, this is what I've taken feats in. Mm-hmm. I don't get why he's being so stingy about the bolts. Have you brought it up to him? Have you said anything? I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication going on here.
Well, obviously he knew if he knew that there was no bolts in.
And he's asking for them.
He's asking for them, so
it's not like the DM just completely forgot that he was.
No, so he is asking for them because he knows there's none in shops and there's none on other people or anything like that. So
yeah, honestly, I don't think this DM isn't like meme worthy at all. He's more just a kind of shit tier DM that's just kind of shit. If I be honest with you. Still, I suppose it's better than being a pedo, so, you know, good on you.
Oh, yeah.
If that's something to be like, at least you're not that.
I think the worst GMs in terms of general quality are the 2 guys running games all the way to the early 2000s, when I was still in high school. The first one was simply ripping off quests from Vidya and setting up arbitrary restrictions. You can't enter the town unless X, approaching the whole thing as a video game.
Ugh.
The second simply didn't give a flying fuck. So his scenarios were always the bottom low of effort. The only reason they didn't scare me away from the hobby was due to being a long-time friend and me being completely green back then. To the point of never hearing about tabletop role-playing games before they said, hey, let's play some. Plus, we were all in our teens, so nobody really cared. The bar was set pretty low for what passed as a good campaign. I suppose that's good if you're new.
You know, like, the thing is, right?
You don't really know what is good and what's bad.
I feel like, you know, for people that were playing, like, in the 80s and 90s, I would the problem is, the only things you really know are of the people around you.
Yeah.
So
and what they're telling you.
So what is the correct, like, okay, yeah, you've got the rule book or whatever, but let's be serious, a lot of DMs do a bit of self-interpretation a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't have the internet, you can't, like, you know, judge. It's just a lack of communication. I'm not saying, like, oh yeah, you can't watch, you know, like, a Critical Role and know what a good game is, you know what I mean? I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is, you've just got very little... It's not like you're going to see it on TV, and it's not like you can...
Yeah, you don't have us telling
There's not a big network. No, but there's not a network or anything back then. Would that be fair to say?
In sense of worst GM and situation that could be easily avoidable, and everyone being perfectly aware it's horrible, I think it's the guy who couldn't handle his liquor, while always drinking during the game was the worst. He had the spot somewhere around 1.5 bottles of wine, where he was still relatively focused.
Hey, this one isn't about me, by the way, because my wine only comes in liter bottles. So it's not like, you know, alright, just saying.
So where he was still relatively focused, while having peak of his role-playing capabilities and keeping things going. Unfortunately, he always went to finish the second bottle of wine, ending up plastered. Then going for the third one. Oh god. So unless everyone was drinking, by the late stages of each gaming session, the GM was an incoherent drunk.
Honestly, look, I don't mind this, because if everyone's sitting by having a wee drink, you know, it's kind of like you start off the night, you know, you're playing your wee game, and then about 4 or 5 hours in, let's be serious, no one really cares that much about the game and everyone's steaming, but you don't really remember where you left off.
Yeah, but that's different, James, if everyone's drinking.
Well, that's what we did. Everyone was drinking when we were doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, like, you know, I thought it was fine.
That's whenever we decided to take a goblin as a pet.
Yeah, like, they would tell me they weren't, like, they were kind of fun sessions.
Yeah, they were.
They were fun sessions.
Yeah, I can't remember them, like, but
yeah, exactly, but you knew you had a good night there, didn't you? So there we go, that's all we need to worry about.
GM caused a punch-up. GM and other players had a falling out. GM invites player to game to try and make up. All game GM is antagonising player, putting him down, ignoring him, not letting him take actions, then acting like it's a game, breaking things when he does anything.
Then why did he invite them over? Like, this is supposed to be like an extending the olive branch sort of thing.
I don't know.
You know.
Player gets fed up and starts to pack his stuff. GM calls him a crybaby and starts to belittle him. Player snaps and floors the GM.
Good, honestly. Good.
Another player pulls him off. I checked GM is okay. Nothing major. GM starts approaching player, calling him names, telling him he'll be arrested, etc.
Mate, you get sparked, fuck, right? You get slapped about
You
the
will
show.
get sparked out, mate.
You know, look,
night,
night, motherfucker.
Player snaps again and a fight breaks out. Rest of the table watches as me and the other pull these two grown men apart and restrain them. Player gets restrained and the GM to his room. Player's in a state. Help him pack his stuff and see he's okay. He picks up a folding chair he had brought. GM re-emerges from his room.
Oh fuck, he comes in with a steel chair!
Player, that's not your chair, you give it to me. Two of them start having a tug of war over this chair. Me and another player both telling them to give the chair to us, trying to calm them down. Abruptly, player stops trying to pull the chair and goes for GM instead. Not this shit again. Other player and I pull them apart again. GM is being a massive cock and antagonising player still. Send him to his room.
Good.
Go to your room! Player's in a state. Comfort him as best we can, but he ups and leaves. GM comes out of his room calling the police. Game ends, never to resume. Go looking for player, find him and make sure he was okay.
Honestly though, like, okay, see if someone is trying to have a go at you and trying to like wind you up or whatever.
I have a very short fuse for people like that.
See when you're trying to provoke someone and then they turn around and kick fuck out of you and then you're like, I'm gonna ring the police. You are the biggest bitch boy.
Do it.
Yeah, fucking do it. Honestly, I despise people like that. Honestly, the way they behave, it's fucking...
Do it, because honestly, the police are the only people who's going to save you at this point, because I'm going to spark you.
Yeah.
He handed himself into the real police and was in a bad place. The other player took him home and kept an eye on him. GM is an ass and a piss poor GM. Most of the game was him monologuing and his GM player character doing stuff.
No, nothing of any value was lost to them.
And a blatant Game of Thrones rip-off, and his other games have been as bad. But at the time, I was eternal GM and just wanted a break. We don't play with him now. Ever. Good.
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 Good. I don't know, see people that behave like that, I just don't have the patience.
People who behave like that are actual adult children.
Yeah.
Like, that's why kids get on.
Yeah. And I'm going to assume they're adults.
Oh, wait,
I'm going to assume they're at least grown men in their 20s.
Yeah,
at least they're in their mid-20s.
Play with group for a few years, doing several campaigns because they always end short for what?
Fucking stroke or what?
They always end short for one reason or another. Pull teeth to convince group to let DM for the first time. Or let me DM for the first time.
Look, we've had a very busy couple of days, guys.
Yes, look, we've been nesting and setting up for the baby. I am 9 months pregnant. I am fucking exhausted, guys. They finally relent. Within 3 sessions, the group has to stop playing for various reasons, from change of job to new kid, etc., etc.
This is the last post, guys, so we'll be okay. I think this is going to be the last one. I think Megan's fucking broken.
Beep boop, beep boop, boop, boop. After a year, group reforms. Plays for another year. Pull more teeth to get another shot at DMing. Put a lot of effort into it. Communicate with the group on what kind of campaign they want / what settings sound best. Let them play what they want, even if it's a bit custom. I can work with it. Hours spent making plot lines, world crafting, fight building, etc. Lasts 4 sessions until half the group has to stop playing. Months later, advertised that I wanted to try DMing a modern superhero game. Group has a lot of fun making characters. I'm playing the 2 sessions, then it falls apart due to schedule issues. I can't tell if they hated me DMing or not. They said they enjoyed it, but every time I offer to DM, everyone pretends they don't hear me. Oh, and looks for it almost any other alternative. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's safe to
say. I think it's you, bro.
I think, like, it's okay. Not everyone has to be a good DM.
No.
Not everyone.
Maybe it's just not not for you.
I think any group should have at least maybe 2 or 3 competent DMs, though, and it will definitely keep games going a lot longer.
I can't get better at DMing if I don't experience. And I can't experience because I'm not good at DMing.
Oh, no.
I'm cursed.
Oh, look, I feel for you. Well, I've got an idea. So we got this Discord meant for, like, people, like, networking, people want to find games, people want to advertise games, No
games are played in the server.
No games are played in the server. This is why I want to do it. There's no moderators. Everything's self-automated.
No, if you find people who want to play a certain game, go off and make your own server.
There's a lot of people that are wanting to get into Vampire the Masquerade, but you don't know anyone that plays Vampire the Masquerade. By the way, that's a fucking warning sign if someone wants to play Vampire the Masquerade.
But if you want to play it, you can find a game there, probably.
No, or, Legend of the Five Gangs, or, there's a lot of games out there that it's very difficult to actually find people for, and I'm sure, maybe if they watch our videos, and maybe, they're somewhat like-minded. Yeah. I think we're all reasonably like-minded. I think we can all agree, paedophilia bad. Don't wind people up, or otherwise you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Fuck furries.
Just anything that I could apply in this video.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Pretty much that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you're looking for a group, or if you're just looking for a game, or if you want to try something a wee bit different, come on over. You might find somebody. Make new friends, talk to them in DMs, and then get a game running.
Also, by the way, guys, I made my own server, so I did. Now, this is a testing server, so you guys know I'm working on quite a few one-shots, and I want to get a few DMs and a good few different play groups just to play test. I'm just going to sit and listen in. The one-shots aren't ready yet, but the thing is, once I do put them up for sale, that is them. So I don't want to
put them up until we know that they work.
Until we know that they work and mechanically work well.
Yeah.
You guys know the ins and outs of this sort of stuff, Yeah. But that's where we're going to end it. As always, guys, check the links down below. It helps us out a lot.
Check the models.
It really does. Oh, we got there. Not 40k in.
Yeah.
They're not 40k.
Not smorty schmays in.
They're not schmiggy schmays. They definitely not Russian-inspired, impure good.
Gerd.
For fuck's sake. Look, guys, check it out. I don't know if it's going to be up the second this video's up, but it'll be up within the next, 2 days.
Yeah.
So, look, check all that shit out. You guys know how it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!